Hello, my friends. Welcome to week number 48 of Napoleon Hill's A Year of Growing Rich. Hope you've had a great year so far. Coming up on the end of the year, so let's get to it. This one is titled "Help in Achieving Peace of Mind." Your mind grows healthy or sick in response to the stimulation you give it, just as your physical body responds to the food you eat. Some of your daily experiences are good for your mental health, and some must be eliminated before they become a deadly poison. When you have attained peace of mind, your mind will automatically reject every thought and mental reaction that is not beneficial to your welfare. But before you graduate into this desirable command of your mind, you will find it necessary to voluntarily throw off all negative influences that you do not wish to become a part of your character. Throwing off consists of transmuting negative thoughts into positive thoughts. This is done by simply switching your mind away from unpleasant thoughts and training it on thoughts that are pleasant. O. Henry's one and only adventure in crime, which resulted in a prison sentence, was transmuted into talent as a writer, which made him an immortal in the field of literature. Don't know who this O. Henry guy is. Jack London's frustrations during the early part of his life were transmuted into novels, which made him a national figure in his lifetime and whose stories are still treasured today. Knut Hamsun, a foreign immigrant, failed at everything he tried. Finally, in desperation, he decided to write his story of disappointments in a book which he called Hunger. It helped Hamsun win the Nobel Prize for Literature and caused the publishers of the world to beat a path to his door. Then riches came in great abundance, sufficient to enable him to retire. Remember, one's experiences in life, good or bad, are not important in and of themselves. One's reaction to those experiences is what counts. By closing doors on those unpleasant experiences, one may transmute them into benefits of great value to oneself and to the world. Charles Dickens suffered a disappointment in his very first love affair. Instead of jumping off the highest building or taking an overdose of sleeping pills, he transmuted his unrequited love into David Copperfield, a masterpiece that opened to him a career that crowned him with glory and riches fit for a king. It often happens that before we find ourselves, we must undergo a series of reverses, disappointments, defeats, and failures. More than likely, Harry Truman would have been greatly surprised if, following his failure as a harberdasher, not sure what a harberdasher is, I guess I'll have to Google that, he had been told that one day he would become President of the United States. It is a fortunate day for us when we discover that there is no such reality as a permanent loss, that for everything taken away, something of equal or greater value replaces it, perhaps something quite different from the thing we lost. It is an equally fortunate day when we discover that most of our so-called failures and defeats are blessings in disguise, that they force us to change our course in life so that we are led to greater opportunities, greater happiness, and greater understanding. It would have been difficult to sell this idea to Miley C. Jones when he was a healthy working farmer in Wisconsin, but had you told him that after he had been stricken with paralysis and had discovered a mind that made him a multimillionaire, he would have listened to you with respect. Isn't it strange that people seldom come to themselves until after they have been overtaken by disaster? Perhaps the Creator planned it this way. There seems to be no other explanation. The richest copper mine in the world was discovered by a miner who had spent most of his life searching for gold. His trusty mule, which carried all of his worldly possessions, including his mining equipment, stepped into a gopher hole, broke his leg, and had to be shot. While trying to dig his mule's leg out of the hole, the miner discovered the rich copper ore. Remember, when frustration of any sort overtakes you, it may be the silent work of an unseen friend who is trying to save you from trouble. So there you have it, week 48. Help in achieving peace of mind. All right, that was pretty interesting. Some interesting words that I'm definitely going to have to look up. My friends, make it a fabulous week, and I will see you next time for week number 49.